Namaste, Khush Raho Bitya. I am JVN Dr. Sunita Bhati, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Department of Science and Technology, JVWU Vidyapet Women's University. Our today's topic is on working with frame window. In last session, I discussed about what are the basics of Advanced Java and Advanced Java programming. Now, our today's session is based on frame window. What is a frame? A frame is a container which contains so many components like button, text box, labels, radio buttons, check boxes, etc. So how we can create a frame window in our program? I will teach you in our today's lecture. To create a simple AWT example, I'm using a frame. There are two ways to create a frame in AWT, Advanced Abstract Window Tool. There are two methods, two ways to create a frame in a program. First method is by extending frame class. By extending frame class means it is using inheritance concept because we are taking a word here, extending. Extending means we are inheriting frame class to create a frame in our program. Now the second method is by creating the object of frame class. This is association method. Means we have a frame class, and if you want to create a frame, you have to create an object of frame class. So these are the two methods. Now I'm going to take some examples to create frame in our program by using both the methods. First of all, I'm taking the concept of inheritance, means by extending frame class. You can see in this example how you can write a program, what are the steps, what are the codes, what is the meaning of each and every code you have written in your program. I'm going to discuss. Okay, first of all, you can create your program in any IDE, Java IDE. There are so many IDE available in the market. You can download it from internet like IntelliJ, like NetBeans, Eclipse. These are all Java IDEs. So you can use any one of them to write a Java program. Now, first of all, you have to create a project in Java, and then after creating a project, you will get a code window, and you have to write your code over there. So what will be the code? I'm going to explain you. In this program, you can see on the screen, in this program, we are creating a frame by using inheritance concept. So first of all, we have to import AWT package. So what is the code to import AWT package? We have to write import. Import is a keyword. Import single space java.awt.asterisk semicolon. We have to write this. It means we are importing AWT package. And why we are importing AWT package into our program? Because we want to use AWT classes in our program like frame. So it is required to import the package of AWT. Clear? So we will write import single space java dot awt dot asterisk and then semicolon. Semicolon means it breaks the statement, it is break here. Now the next step is class. We write class single space. First we are giving the name, our class name is as first, means we are writing first as a class name. Now we are extending our class by frame, means we are inheriting frame class. Frame class is AWT class already defined in AWT package, and we have to create a frame in our program. So we have here, we are extending frame class in our class first. Okay, so class first extends frame, means frame class is extending over first class. First class is our class which we are creating here, and frame class is predefined in AWT package. Okay, and we are just inheriting it. We are inheriting frame class. Now we are going to start this class body by using this opening braces. Now we will write our code in this body. First of all, we are creating a method name first, means the method name is first and its parenthesis pair is blank. You can see here the method name and class name is same, exactly same, means this is not a normal method, this is constructor, and constructor method having the same name as class name. And what are the properties of a constructor? A constructor method executes automatically when its class object is created. It doesn't call by any programming code. When object creates, then constructor automatically calls. So we are creating a constructor here, name first, which is same as class name, and there is no parameter we are passing here. Now we are creating constructor body using opening braces, and what this constructor will do, basically you can see in this program, this constructor is creating a frame. This program is creating a button and adding this button into frame, and then this frame is visible on the screen. Now I'll explain you each and every statement. Button class. First of all, in this statement, button B equals to new button click me, double quotation. This is string value because click me is written in double quotation, so it is a string value. Okay, now at last we are using semicolon. This is a statement, and what is the meaning of this statement? Here button is a class. This is a component class. Button is a class, and we are creating a button object B. We are creating a button object B, and what is the syntax of creating a button, of creating an object. First of all, you have to write class name, that is button, object name is B. You can use any name, okay, excluding keywords. You can use any name. B, this is button name. We are putting here B equals to new. New is a keyword. Single space. Again, we are writing class name button, and we are passing an argument click me, string value click me, and then after that we are using semicolon. What is going to be in this statement? Here B button, B object, or a button is creating name B and its label is click me. Means there is a button having its label as click me. This is creating, and new keyword is used to create a button in memory. New, what is the function of new? The function of new is allocating memory or creating an object into memory. Okay, so in this statement, a button B is created and its label is click. Now the next statement is B object, means button object dot set bounds. Button object is calling the method set bounds, and set bound methods having 4 arguments. This is value of x-axis, value of y-axis, and width and height of the button. Means these 4 arguments are using to set the button position. Means if you are creating a button, then you want to show this button over a frame, at which location you have to specify here. So we are specifying that these all parameters are of type pixel. So x-axis 30 pixel at x-axis, 100 pixels at y-axis. The distance from x-axis is 30 pixel. The distance from y-axis is 100 pixel. And the width of the button is 80 and height of the button is 30. So these are the bounds of a button. So button B is having 80 width and 30 height, and its position is 30 by 100. Now, when we set the position, the next statement is add. We are calling add method. Add method is used to add this button component into frame. Means we have created a button and set its bounds also. Now, what is the next step? We have to add this button over the frame. We want to show it on a frame. So we are calling add method. Add method and passing button as a argument B object. Passing B object. What is B object? B object means button. Button object, we are passing button object into add method, and this add method is used to add this button on the frame. Now the next step is set size. Set size method is used to set the size of the frame. And what is the width? 300. We are passing 2 arguments here, width and height. Width is 300 pixel and height is also 300 pixels. 300 by 300. The size of frame is 300 by 300, and these values are in pixel. We are setting the size of frame. Now the next step is set layout method. We are calling set layout method and passing argument as null, because we are not using any layout manager, so we are passing here null. Now the next is set visible method. We are using set visible method. This is very essential because this method is used to show your frame on the screen. If you are passing true as an argument in set visible method, then your frame will be visible on the screen. If you are passing false, then your frame will not visible on screen. So set visible method should be true. Okay, so this makes our frame visible on the screen. Now we are ending this first method by using closing braces. Now the next method we are going to start public static void main method. We are now creating main method. This is very essential in each and every Java program, because main method, your program execution will be start by this method. Compiler searches main method at first and execute its statements. Your program will start by this method. So it is very essential to create a main method in a Java program. So how to create a main method? What is the syntax? Let's see. We have to write, because it is main method is public, so we write public keyword. Now single space, main method is static, so we have to use static keyword, single space, void means it doesn't return any value, so we are using data type as void, and method name is main. Now we are passing an argument, string is a class, and string array, we are passing string array args arguments. Array and size is not, array size is not specified here. This is basically syntax of main method. Now we are starting the method body by using opening braces. Now what we want to do in main method, the main code, what you want to do is written in the main method. Now here we are creating an object of first class, because above we have created a class first extending with frame class, and we have created a constructor method first, in which we have created a button and add it into frame. Now if you want to create this, if you want to create this frame and show on the screen, you have to create this first class object in main method. So we are writing first our class name and creating an object f, which is equals to new keyword. We are using new keyword, and class name is first, and parenthesis p semicolon. Here what is going to perform here? Here new keyword is creating f object in main memory, and I earlier told you that when as an object created in main memory, the constructor method automatically calls. So as soon as f is created in memory, the first method, constructor method, is called, automatically called, because it is the property of constructor. When object creates, it automatically calls. So in this statement, when new keyword creates an object f, constructor method automatically calls and a button is created, and then it add on the frame, and then frame is visible on the screen. Okay, so this function executed, constructor method is executed automatically, completely. Now we close here. This is the method, main method body, closing of main method body, and then after that we are closing the class body. When we execute this program, when we compile this program and execute this program, a window is created, a frame is created having a button, and its label is click me, like this. Your output will be like this. This is a frame and this is a button and its label is click me. Okay, this is all about this program. So now I'm going to explain you the next program. This is also a frame, but we are not inheriting frame class here. We are not inheriting the frame class here. And in this program, I'm using frame class and creating its object, frame object, to create a frame window. The main objective of this program is creating a frame window using frame class, not by inheritance concept. Okay. Now, what are the steps? First of all, we will write import java.awt.stress and semicolon. Why this statement is written here, I already explained you in our session, in this session. The next is we are creating a class. Its name is first2. Class name is first2. We can write any name as your wish, according to your wish. You can write any name. Okay, I write here first2. My class name is first. Okay, now starting class body, opening braces, and in this, again in this class, first2 class, I'm creating a constructor first2. You can easily see that this method name first2 is same as class name first2. So it is a constructor method having no parameter, no argument. Okay, now we are going to start the body of this constructor method. What we are doing here in our first statement in this method, we are creating an object f of frame class. Frame, it is AWT class, predefined built-in class frame, and we are creating an object of this frame class. Frame, object name f equals to new keyword, then again class name frame, and parenthesis pair semicolon. This is the main syntax for creating an object of a class. So you have to use a class name frame, object name. You can write any name as your choice. Okay, I write here f as a frame object equals to new keyword and frame and parenthesis pair semicolon. Okay, in this statement, f object is creating in memory. Now The second step is we are creating a button object B. So button class is used. Button is a class name and its object is B equals to new keyword button. Button is class name and we are passing a string argument click me. This is the label of this B button and semicolon. So in this statement, B object is created in main memory and its label is click me. Now we are in the next statement, B object is calling setBound method. SetBounds method. B dot set bounds 30, 50, 80, 30. I already explained you what is the meaning of this statement. Means B object is calling the method setBounds and the distance of button from x-axis is 30, from y-axis is 50, and button width is 80 and height is 30. So these are the bounds of B button we are setting here. Now F is the frame object and F is calling add method. F dot add. F is calling add method and we are passing B button object into add method. This statement is used to add B button into frame F. F frame, B button is adding into frame F through this statement. Now the next statement is F dot set size. Now we are setting the size of the frame. 300 by 300. This is 300 by 300 is in pixel and width. Frame width is 300 and frame height is 300. So we are setting the size of frame. Now the next statement set layout null, passing argument null. We are not using any layout manager, so we are passing here null. Now the next statement is F dot frame dot set visible. Means we are setting the property of frame set visible true. Means from this statement our frame will appear on the screen. It is visible on the screen. And then at last in this function, in this constructor, we are closing this function body, this method body using closing braces. Now again we are creating here main method. This is very essential method. Each and every Java program main function is essential because the execution of the program starts with this method. So how to create main method? You have to write public static void main and passing argument string args. Now starting we are going to start main method body, opening braces, and in this main method what you have to do, you have to create your class object and your class is first two. The first two is class and object name is F equals to new keyword, and this is class name again first two parenthesis pair semicolon. This is the statement to create first two class object F. As soon as F object is created in main memory by using new method, constructor F2 first two constructor automatically calls, and what it will do, what constructor method will do, it creates a frame and button and added this button into the frame, and frame will appear on the screen because set visible is true. So what will be the output? The output is like this. This is the frame and this is the button and its label is click. So this is all about our today's session. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jayoti Vidyapeeth University. Thank you.